Hi everyone, Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. Today I'm here with another video for you in my flashcard series, and today I'm going to be creating kind of a 2-for-1. As you can see, I kind of created a little postcard, but I wanted my postage stamp to be in a different color, so really this one is going to come down to using 2 flashcards to make 2 cards, and we're just going to kind of swap them out. So let's go ahead and get started with our very fun thank you cards for today. We're going to begin with our flashcard pieces. As I said, because we're going to be making 2 cards, we're going to be using 2 flashcards. I'll be using Coastal Cabana and Strawberry Slush, and then my flashcard layering pieces are in Whisper White. Now, if you have not seen a video about flashcards, I've got a base video for you that'll explain the idea and the template. You can find that by doing a search on YouTube for Connie Stewart flashcards. You'll learn all about the flashcard template there. Now, my base for my cards today are Whisper White. I have 2 of these, and I've cut them at 8.5 by 5.5, and they are scored at 4.25. So again, just Whisper White cardstock card base. Okay. I'm going to be using a stamp set called Lots of Thanks. This worked perfect because I had a lot of different ways to say thank you on this card. The other stamp set I'm going to use is called Wanderlust, and this is one of our photopolymer sets, and I'm absolutely falling in love with these photopolymer sets. I think you're going to love the price point. I really love how well they stick and how well they work. So let's go ahead and start with the Wanderlust and how we're going to make this work. I'm going to be using the E block, my clear block for this one. And what I'm going to do is take my, I'm going to take my Whisper White cardstock, and I'm going to lay my stamps face down. So basically the stamping part, we're going to put that face down, and I'm going to line these up. You only have to do this really one time, because this is what's going to help me get everything lined up straight when I'm really happy with it and I feel like everything is good and straight. I'm going to take my block, and you don't even have to give it a good press, kind of stuck there. And my photopolymer stamps are all good and set. Now, I realize mine are very pink looking. Don't worry about that. That does happen, but as you can see, it's not going to leave any marking behind, so I'm all good. All right, so I've got one of my flashcards. I'm going to begin with a Coastal Cabana ink pad, and I'm going to ink up this stamp and bring it onto your white flashcard piece, and you can see these little lines of my postcard are actually going to kind of hang off the side. That's just what I want it to do. We're going to give that a press. It's beautiful. I'm now going to bring in and clean that stamp, and I'm going to do the exact same thing in Strawberry Slush. So that's going to be the 2 bases for both my cards. All right, so we've got that. Now let's come in with the word thanks from the Lots of Thanks. I'm going to come back in with my Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to be stamping on the one with the Strawberry Slush, and I'm just going to say thanks, thanks, and thanks down the side there. I've got another thank you because I guess I really want to say thanks, and I'm going to stamp that thank you just kind of a little sideways right there. And now we're going to change things up. Let's bring in a Strawberry Slush ink pad. And in that same Wanderlust stamp set, I've got this really cute little swirly heart. And I'll just stamp that there on the bottom. And one last thing, and that is the Early Espresso ink. I'm going to bring that in, and I'm going to take that little teeny tiny airplane. It's so cute. And just in Early Espresso, I'm going to stamp my plane. All right, we've got that done. Let me set this aside while I come in now with my piece of Coastal Cabana cardstock. Now, remember, we've got Coastal Cabana and Strawberry Slush, so really whatever I do on one, I'm going to do on the other. So I'm going to take now the thank you so much, and I'm going to ink this up and stamp it here onto the right-hand side in Early Espresso ink. I'm then going to take the stamp that says, you just give, thanks, 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 because I thought that worked quite well with the 3 thanks that I put on my card. And we're just going to stamp it. I'm going to go sideways with it. You'll see why here in a minute. So I've got those 2 stamped. I'm now going to come in with a couple of punches. So the first one, let's use the decorative label punch. And I want my saying to be up at the top of my decorative label. So I'm going to line that up and give that a punch. You're going to repeat the same thing here. And then we're going to take the postage stamp punch, and I'm going to punch out my thank you so much. I can just center that up. I love using my punches upside down because I can center things just perfectly. All right, well, now that we have that one done, let's go ahead and we're going to come in and start putting this card together. I'm going to add some snail to the back of my card base, or my top layering card. We're going to cover up all that ugly stuff because we don't want that to show. I'm going to bring in my white card base, and I am going to do a little stamping on this. So let me come in. I'm going to do the opposite color since that's my strawberry slush. My Coastal Cabana, I'm going to come in with the This Way stamp from Wanderlust, and I'm just going to stamp this in strawberry slush down there at the bottom. And I can now adhere my flashcard piece to the front of my card. I'm just going to go kind of sideways with it, kind of like a postcard would be. And I'm going to use the strawberry slush postage stamp. Now, I'm going to show you a little fun tip. Depending on how much time you have, I realize this wouldn't work for everyone. You can bring in a ruler and a pen that is black, and you can even just draw a little more of a postage look if you wanted to put a little square around it. That's totally optional, but I thought it looked kind of fun. So you can see it goes pretty fast. So we can now just add this. You could add it with a Stampin' Dimensional, but I know many times when we're sending cards, it's all about how we can get that card to lay nice and flat. So at this point, I'm going to take the opposite color, and I'm going to take the Coastal Cabana to put on the inside, but I'm going to stamp one more thing, and that is that little swirly heart. I'm going to ink it up in the espresso and just stamp it right there. It kind of fills it in a little bit. And let's just add that now to the inside of our card, and we have a little more dressed up card versus just a simple stamp on the inside. And if I wanted to, if I were so inclined, I could go ahead and add that airplane one more time. So we're just going to repeat this exact same process with our other card. And you can see it's going to look something like that. They are really a fast and easy card, and I love the little postcard look. And listen, let me tell you, with that Wanderlust, this could be birthday, this could be thinking of you, it could be anything. I love that postcard look. So Wanderlust and the Lots of Thanks stamp set together, you're going to be very, very happy. And ta-da, in a matter of minutes, I was able to make 2 cards ready to send. So you can always use 2 thank you cards. Thank you all so much for tuning into my video today and for your support of the flashcard series. I really love sharing with you each and every week with this series. Now listen, all the products that I used on today's cards, you can purchase that at simplysimplestamping.com. You can also order flashcards to go, where you have all of your cardstock cut, scored, all ready to go, so you can really make flashcards in a flash. That can also be ordered right there from simplysimplestamping.com. Thanks again so much for being here today. Can't wait to stamp with you again next time. Bye-bye.